Welcome along, everybody, to the first competitive F1 session in 5 weeks. It's been a long wait, but we're back, and I'm actually really excited now. Welcome along, everybody, to the watch along for the 2026 Formula One Miami Grand Prix. We've got sprint qualifying. We only had one practice, 90-minute extended practice, and now we're into a sprint qualifying. But yeah, if you're new here, this is how it works. You got my face here, you got the live timings here, you got the session timer down the bottom left you can sync on up with, and you got lovely Twitch chat you can type in. So if you're watching right now on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why there was no sound on YouTube there for a second, but it should be sound now. But yeah. As per usual, I cannot show the broadcast live as it is copyright, so find a place where you can watch it to sync on up with myself and the rest of the chat, excuse me, and having a good time in watching the session together. But it is go time. These timings are broken. What the fuck is happening? Multi-viewer, what has happened to the app? Why does it not work anymore? Let me get these timings updated for you guys, and let me get the timer up on screen. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird to be back. I'm not gonna lie. It is really weird to be back. It doesn't feel like F1 is on right now. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it at all. Yeah, get your channel point predictions in Twitch chat. Who do you think will qualify first in sprint qualifying today? Let's get the timer up. Why is everyone chilling? Why is no one coming out right now? Everyone's scared. All right, time is up. Sync on up. Whew, we're back. We are back. Now, for people who don't know, a sprint weekend, basically, they bin off 2 practice sessions and they replace it with a sprint qualifying and a sprint. Sprint qualifying sets the grid for the sprint race. The sprint race is just, there's a few points up for grabs. Basically, you get rid of the practice sessions and you allow the teams to work on their cars in a competitive session. It gives us more entertainment. It gives the fans at the track more entertainment. It's just better in my opinion. It's just better. But it's really weird coming back to F1 after 5 weeks. And we've got a sprint weekend. You know, we've got new regulation changes. For people who don't know, they've tweaked the regs slightly. There's no more super clipping. There's still clipping, but no super clipping. It seems like the cars are a lot better. I'm really excited to see how it affects qualifying because my least favorite thing about this year's regs is qualifying. Qualifying is fucking suck. So let's see if it's fixed. We've also got new updates. So many teams bringing new updates on the cars, and we're expecting a pretty tight grid this weekend. Ferrari looked really good in practice. McLaren looked good. Red Bull looked better. Mercedes haven't brought upgrades, so has everyone caught them? And yeah, it's been 5 weeks off, so everyone's probably a little bit rusty. So yeah, and it's a sprint weekend, so less time to practice. So it's going to be absolute chaos. Let's see how it plays out. We're back in Miami. Okay, the crowd's kind of popping a bit more in Miami now. The crowd's popping a bit more. It's very hot at the track, but it might rain on Sunday. There's rumors that the race might get cancelled on Sunday because of the lightning. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, good to see you guys all tuning in the stream again. It is currently 9:30 p.m. on a Friday. So yeah. I don't know why I'm actually like exhausted right now because of how hot my room's been. And I haven't eaten, so that's not great. So yeah. How's it going, the dimension? The clipping was a lot better than before. Yes, a lot better. Again, it's not perfect, but a lot better. Oh, what are our predictions for SQ1? Oh, what's happened to Kimmy? Okay, that's dumb from Kimmy. He's decided to just come out in front of his teammate. That was a bit weird. All right, what do you guys think? Who's going out in SQ1? Ooh, this is so up in the air, but I'm going to say we have got out in SQ1, Alonso, oh, fuck. Alonso, no. Let's start with the bottom boys. Cadillac. Oh, no, I think Aston Martin will be worse. Stroll, Alonso. Sorry, I just got distracted. Someone came in my room. Stroll, Alonso. I can't think right now. Perez, Bottas, and then I actually don't know. Williams brought updates. I feel like VCarb haven't brought updates. I'm gonna go Lindblad. He looked really bad in FP1, and that team hasn't brought updates. Who else though? I actually don't know, man. We need a sixth driver. There's 6 who go out. I'm gonna say Lawson. Fuck it. We'll go with the V-Car boys. I hope it's not Liam or Lindblad, but I guess we'll see. Also, Audi haven't really brought. It weren't looking too good in FP1 either. Besansko, they were the follow. All right, here we go. First times. Let's see what the bankers look like. I'm actually really curious to see what the spread looks like after Mercedes absolutely dicked everyone down in the first qualifyings of the year. Predicting Liam out for SQ1. I don't know. The V-Cub just brought no up. Yellow. Who's this? It's an Aston. It's Stroll. Is it a crash or is it broken down? Don't tell me Stroll's hit the outside wall. I think he's hit the outside wall. I reckon he's hit the outside wall. Nope, he's just stopped on track. Oh my. Oh, he's rolling. Okay, no, he just went off track. Okay, thought for a second that he broke down. Ooh, the Celsius on the tire. Looks good. All right, well, that just ruined everyone's SQ1 laps. Now, do keep in mind, everyone must qualify on medium tires in SQ1 and SQ2 of sprint qualifying. So they will be able to go for another lap, but it depends how much they fueled. Here we go. Leclerc's not going to get impeded, though. What time's he going to do? Leclerc to the top. 29.2. Is that good? He has probably had a shutdown after the one lockup. Yeah, maybe. That or he just wanted to reverse. I think he wanted to reverse, to be fair. And Hamilton P2, but 4 tenths off Leclerc. It's not good for a banker. Relative to his teammate. Yeah, lock up for Stroll, and then he couldn't rotate. Yeah. That's what I expected with the positioning. Russell only P4 right now. Terrible lap for Russell. But Antonelli goes up to P2. But behind Leclerc, okay, I definitely think Ferrari in the mix. Max, please tell me Red Bull's back. Please tell me Red Bull's back. I mean, it's better. It's ahead of the Alpine by 3 tenths. But it's quite far off the Ferrari and Mercedes right now. Again, that's the medium, though. It's the medium. Oh, that looks terrible. That looks terrible on the Audi. What the fuck? Yeah, that's not good for Holt. Perez ahead of Ocon right now. That's what we like to see. Sainz ahead of Hadjar. Okay, Hadjar, we need you to lock in here, buddy. Whoa. Great lap from Bortoletto. Okay, I don't know what this midfield is. This midfield's all over the place. I think both V-Carbs are going to go out. Oh, I forgot that a lot of people got impeded, didn't they? What's happening to Liam? Huge lockup for Liam. He's fucked that set. The thing is, if he comes in now and puts a fresh set on, he's going to have that shit set for Q2, SQ2. Yeah, so massive lockup for Stroll, and then, yeah, he didn't want to go into the wall, so he just stopped. Couldn't find the reverse button. Oh, Hadge is very snappy through the chicane as well. Luigi, they were the bloke. Max ahead of Gasly. That's the fight we want to see. That is the fight we want to see. Alright, let's see what the McLaren boys can do after getting their laps impeded. That McLaren looks fucking really good through that section. What the hell? Oh, sorry. That's 7 tenths up on Piastri. Okay, don't worry. That's 7 tenths up on the elimination zone. Okay, so Piastri. Match 80 milliseconds down in Sector 1. Norris looks really good right now. I'm curious to see what this time is relative to Leclerc. Wait, is Santander called Open Bank in the US? I honestly think Hulk's motivation's gone silent. His podium in Silverstone feels like this was the last thing he wanted before retirement. Yeah, I mean, he's banking on Audi being good, though. And they are looking like they're progressing well. 2 purples for Norris. This is good. It's good so far. And Piastri's matching Leclerc. Okay. No way. This is what we wanted from the break. We could potentially actually have Ferrari versus Merc versus McLaren. And no more super clipping. This is good so far. Oh. 5/10 up. Okay. I mean, look, it's not Merc, but we don't want domination like that. And Piastri goes 4/10 down on Norris. Whoa. Big lap from Norris. My question is, why hasn't Lance Stroll been fired yet? He's washed. Well, his dad runs the team. Okay, Stroll out of the car. He's out. That's actually a shame. I'm not going to lie. How have we had a 5-week break and Aston Martin have showed up with no upgrades and they're going out in SQ1 again with a car that can't even start? Finish their laps. I get that they were targeting Canada, but bro, wait. Good point. Perez in 14th right now. I mean, obviously the V Cubs didn't do a lap. Colapinto sucks. Sorry, I didn't mean that. He obviously didn't do a lap as well. But good luck from Perez so far. If anyone fucks up on this last lap, Perez is actually going to make SQ2. This could be... Wait, will this be Cadillac's first Q2/SQ2 appearance? Oh my god, that V-Cub looks so good, but it's driving like absolute poo with this lack of upgrades. Could Cadillac make it out of Q1 for the first time this year? Shout out the MSC Cruise's grandstand that's shaped like a cruise ship. That's pretty cool. Mayel, LED, thank you guys for the follows. Appreciate that, MG edits. We're trying. Sprint qualifying is fraud. Hey, I get you, but it still shows their progress, man. Wait, did Colapinto just finish his lap? No. Yeah, now he's done. P8. 4/10 off his teammate. Leclerc up to P2, matching McLaren. No way we've actually got McLaren versus Ferrari versus Mercedes now. Holy, that would be so good. Imagine a 3-way fight. Okay, Lindblad's improving, but how much has the track improved? Ah! Wow, so tight between Norris and Leclerc. Liam P13. I don't think that's good enough, but we'll see. Oh, no, that should be... maybe. It depends how much everyone else improves. Lindblad ahead of Lawson. Come on, Liam. We need to be out qualifying Lindblad, especially at a track where he's not been... Ocon only P17. Ocon's out. And Behrman's up into P10. 7/10 below his teammate. I think Ocon needs to go on fraud watch soon. Russell only P6. A second off. How is Russell 4/10 off his teammate? A second off pole. Hadja only P9, but I mean that's an improvement. Oh, Hulkenberg's improved. Yeah, the VCAR boys are going to be out here surely. Oh no, only Albon is threatening Liam here. Bottas 6/10 off his teammate. That's a stinker. It's basically Albon versus Lawson now. Albon versus Lawson. Come on, Liam. Come on, Albon. Don't improve. No super clipping there for the Audi. No clipping at all, I think. A clip there, though. Borderletto P12. Albon versus Liam. Fuck sakes, Liam, man. Liam struggles so much in quali. Out-qualified by Lindblad. Out in SQ1. Fuck, man. I mean, look. That VCARB hasn't really brought any upgrades. It's expected to be at that bottom end. But, like, 2/10 behind your teammate. Could have been ahead of those Williams, man. Fuck. Okay. As per usual, the Aston Martin's out. Alonso didn't even get a final lap in. So, Aston finishing SQ1 with no lap time. Good lap time, essentially. What's happened to Ocon? Oh, Ocon locked up into turn 1. That was actually kind of newbie, I'm not going to lie. That was kind of newbie. Whoa. What is this cool green on the onboard for the Aston? That's sick. And then Alonso completely going wide. Wow, so 2 lockups completely ruining Aston Martin's run times. Bottas, 6 tenths behind his teammate, and then Perez obviously again. So the Cadillac hasn't really, it's improved actually. Let's give Cadillac some props here. Cadillac matching Haas, VCarb, and Williams. Well, not matching, but close to. That's pretty good. You know, Cadillac were like 2 seconds off the guys in front of them before. Now they're very close. So that's a good improvement for Cadillac. They're making strides. Ocon, 6 tenths off your teammate. Let's improve on that, buddy. 7 tenths off your teammate. Let's improve on that, buddy. And Liam, again, just underwhelming in qualifying. 2 tenths off his teammate behind the Williams boys. Again, I don't think the VCAR was ever going to make Q3 in that session, but let's not go on SQ1, man. Especially when Ocon's there as well. Yeah. I got 5 predictions right. I didn't get Ocon right, though. I probably should have guessed that, though. Bismarck. Melee. Then yes, the follows. We pray for Aston pace in Canada. Imagine they show up in Canada and they just make Q3 or something. Wasn't George complaining about turbos? Was that P1 today? Yeah, he was complaining a lot. Verstappen and Gasly together again. Some things never change. What's up, Bismarck? No contract for Ocon next season. Yeah, I don't think he's getting re-signed. What's the point? When you've already got, when Behrman's already the main driver, just sign not Kamara. Who am I thinking of? Fornaroli. Unfortunate for Liam. What was unfortunate about it? He locked up. Oh no, they read it. Wait, what's he complaining about? He's saying he can't brake for any of the corners, so I'm assuming he means he got sent into traffic, so he's getting dirty air from the cars in front. I'm assuming that's what he's complaining about. Like too much turbulent air. Why did Dustin even bother showing up to Miami? They just do not care about anything until they bring these upgrades. How many minutes for the next session? I think how long is there actually? I don't know. 5 minutes, I think, between sessions, usually. Why the fuck are there mermaids in the pool, bro? In the F3 car, Stroll wins Canada? Maybe. Do you do F1 Fantasy now? No, do it after the session. You had to do it before the sprint. Alright, well, we're waiting in between sessions. I'm gonna grab something to eat. I'm starving, guys. Totally. I'm back. I fucked up by not eating a good meal before I went live. I was too busy in a rush to go live. Alright, let's get you done. I forgot we have shorter sessions first. For Sprint quality. Do you have Buffalo Wild Wings? I don't think so. I think it's just America. I remember them from sponsoring E-League. Buffalo Wild Wings. Alright, SQ2 time. What do you think? Who do you think is going to go on SQ2 here? This is hard to predict, especially now. Okay, it's got to be Lindblad. It's got to be Albon. It's got to be Sainz. After that, I don't know. I'm going to go... Oh, it's so hard to tell. Honestly, I don't think the Haas is going to be good enough. As much as I think Behrman's good enough. Then it's like, will Colapinto be bad? Like, they've got a good car, but is he going to be worse enough to go out? Ah, then there's Hadja. There's Hadja in a good car, but he's not great right now. Colapinto, same thing. Then there's the Audi, which is like on the verge. Fuck, this is hard to predict. Fuck it, I'm going to go Colapinto out. I'm going to go Bortoleto out. I think Hadja and Hulk make it through. And Gasly, obviously. Oh, what's happening to Max? He's trying to edge ahead of the Alpine. Oh my god, that's so risky from Max. I don't... I get what Max is trying to do there. Like, you know, Alpine's trying to be cheeky, so he's trying to be cheeky back. But I don't know if that's worth the risk, man. Yeah, it's not worth the risk. All right, let's see. Can Antonelli and Russell get on the level of McLaren or Ferrari? Or have McLaren and Ferrari's upgrades been so successful that they've now jumped Mercedes? Seismic, they were the bullet. Is your time is frozen again? Nope. The session hadn't even started, man. Oh, there you go. Maybe they will. I don't know what's happening. Alonso contemplating life again. Thank you guys all for tuning on in, by the way, for sprint qualifying. Great to see you guys all back for the first competitive session after a long break. It's good to see you all. It's been a long stream. I'm boiling hot. I'm hungry. But the vibes are good. The vibes are good. I'm really excited to see how SQ3 plays out. Antonelli double purple, but again, Antonelli above Russell. What's happened to Russell, man? Like, I was so confident Russell was going to run away with the season over Antonelli. $120 on 2. What was the... Well, Bortoleto Sector 2. Calm down, buddy. Lawson's only just gotten out of his car. What's he doing? Wait, he's hopping back in? Why is Lawson hopping back in? Oh, no, he's trying to undo his helmet. What the fuck? Hulkenberg takes the last corner. So fucked. Oh, that's not Hulkenberg. That's Bortoleto. Okay, the Audi boys are tight. Again, Russell 3/10 up on Antonelli. Verstappen, purple sector 2. Macarena wing. Helping them there. Come on, Max. Lock the fuck in. We need you back in the game. We need the GOAT back in the game. Yeah. Wait. Russell's ahead of Antonelli. What the fuck? What happened to Antonelli? Wasn't Russell like 3/10 down on Antonelli? How has it switched back? Okay, don't worry. That's not a good time for Max. I mean, it's better. Red Bull definitely looked better. But it's still not great. Wow, Leclerc looks dialed in. It looks like it's Ferrari versus McLaren this weekend. Colapinto ahead of Hadja and Gasly. Colapinto, yeah, Hadja and Gasly, yeah. Piastri? P2, and Lando? Wow. It is completely switched up. Yeah, I'm struggling so much with locking, says Antonelli. Wow, this break has come at a perfect... Oh, Norris? Don't worry, guys. Norris forgot to try, apparently. Wow. Okay, so it seems like Mercedes have gone, we've already got an advantage. We don't need to bring any upgrades to Miami. And McLaren and Ferrari have brought good enough upgrades to jump Mercedes. So, in Canada, it depends how good Mercedes upgrades are. Because will then they jump back up to being a dominant team again, or they just jump up just slightly ahead of McLaren and Ferrari. This is good so far. This is good to see so far. We also haven't been on softs yet, so we'll see what the soft times are like in SQ3. But also, I don't know about you guys, I'm enjoying qualifying a lot more right now. There's less super clipping bullshit. The cars actually look like they're having... The drivers actually look like they're having to control the cars through the corner. This is good. This is good. What's Antonelli done, though? Oh, I mean, he's still lifting before the corner, but just nowhere near as ridiculous as Australia, China, or Japan. I think we can still do better, though. Hubius and E, thank you guys for the follows. But it looked like they're testing the field to see how or what upgrades bring. Maybe. I think it makes sense that all these teams have brought their upgrades to Miami, because then they can test them, have 2 weeks to work on them before Canada. Whereas Merc, it makes sense to skip Miami and, yeah, see what works, what doesn't, and focus on Canada, because they've already got the advantage. Merc were just clipping merchants. Yeah, Macarena wing bud, the Rebel wing turn's different than the one from Ferrari, and bigger gap when open. Oh, I'm assuming you meant to say butt, not bud. I thought you just budded me, and I was going to be like, what the fuck? Why did this guy just bud me, bro? What's going on with Ollie? I just don't think the Haas really brought many upgrades, so they're going to be struggling to make SQ3. I'm so hungry, guys. I should have eaten back. It's promising though that others are look to be there. Yeah, they're only like 1.3 seconds off of SQ2 last year. Kind of crazy. Yeah, that's good. Why are you pointing at me like that, Liam? Huh? Best, dude. They're in the 100 bits, dude.
Holy shit, I just read the ingredients from Blazing Knockout: Carolina Reaper, Scorpion, Devil's Breath, Ghost, Habanero, KN, red/green jalapeno and chili guarbol. I just ate that. No wonder I almost died.
B-dubs wings. Oh, so you just ate wings with that stuff on it? That is fucked. I remember I almost died eating a ghost pepper. I was at KFC the other day, and I had their new like supercharger burger, I think it's called, and there was a jalapeno, and I almost died. It was so hot. I think it went down the wrong hole, to be fair. But thank you for the 100 bits, best dude. You're disappearing before our eyes? What? Because I'm squinting my eyes? That's just because of this light, bro. I need to fucking fix this light. It hurts my eyes so much. I think it's Charles to win. It's up 122 MB. What are those family in Miami this weekend? I'm assuming that's his mum, dad, don't know who that is, and then his girlfriend on the end. Yeah, it really feels weird watching F1. I've completely forgotten like this sport even exists, and I stream this sport for a living. Like what? What the hell? All right, here we go. End of SQ2. Who's making it out? Who's going out? Right now, Colapinto looking safe. Lindblad's 100% not making it out. The Williams boys are definitely not making it out. Man, I'm skinny? Am I skinny? I'm going to the gym, bro. I do need to eat more, though. Yeah, Charles looks dialed. He just always really hated China. Borderletter's mum looks like an older version of Hawk Tour Girl. That's a statement. Interesting. That's Alan McNish used to be the driver development ran the driver development program for Audi and Sauber, and then was a driver for the team in other categories, and was also team principal for the team in other categories. That's interesting. He's been in the Audi world for a while. Borderlitter only 1 millisecond up on Gasly. Borderlitter's not making it out here, surely. Okay, so Colapinto's done with that time. The Mercedes boy, Antonelli and Ferrari are done as well. I think Borderlitter's out. It looks like the track got too hot. Nope. Alright, Borderlitter out, Hulk out, Behrman out, Sainz out. Lindblad's not gonna make it out. Well, that was a fucking dead end to SQ2. Where did everyone's times go? Did no one bother going out? It looks like am I wrong in thinking that the track just got too hot and no one bothered to even do a lap time there? Well, that's it. Well, that was an absolutely dead SQ2. Oh, well, Lindblad's full pushing, but he's on yellows, so yellows to match his car, guys. Don't worry. Yellow sectors to match his yellow car. Okay, so Lindblad out as expected because that V-carb is not looking great right now. The Williams out, that's expected for where their car is at the moment. Behrman out, expected for where the Haas at the moment. Audi, honestly, that's great from Audi. That's where they should be. P10, P11, they put themselves exactly there. Beautiful. Both Alpines through to SQ3. Well done. Hadja making SQ3 like he should be doing. And then, yeah, stock standard at the front. Other than the fact that Ferrari and McLaren are ahead of Mercedes right now, this is going to be a very interesting SQ3. It really seems like Ferrari and McLaren's upgrades have worked. This is looking good. This is looking good. What's up, Falcon? It's looking good so far, man, with the cars. Mercedes have to be sandbagging? No way. Well, now we're going to switch to soft tires. So maybe that advantage for McLaren and Ferrari was just on the mediums. So we'll see. We'll see on the softs. Yeah, Alpine versus Red Bull is funny. Well, no, it looks like Max has actually jumped ahead of the Alpines now. Obviously, Hadja's going to keep battling them because, you know, second Red Bull driver. But can we all agree? Can we all agree though that Hadja's actually doing a good job as a second Red Bull driver? I know it's hard to judge because of the Red Bull, but like, you know, like Liam wouldn't have done this. Yuki wouldn't have done this. Better than Checo. Sainz is not happy with the car at all. America better drop the biggest 1 second nuke in SQ3. Please no. Colapinto over Gasly. Right now, yeah. Maybe Colapinto's going to turn it around after this this break. 1 sec, guys. I'm just going to refill my water real quick. I find it hard to believe that Merc can dominate. They would have to put up times similar to last year's quality, yeah. And they haven't brought upgrades, so. Been running errands and finishing up some work, so can't watch quality. Can you give a professional summary? Ferrari and McLaren have jumped Mercedes, is what it looks like right now. Think we could, things could still change. Yeah, true. SQ3 with softs now. Mercedes is really good with cooling, so. Wait, am I wrong in thinking Mercedes is really good with cooling? That's their strong point this year? Or am I getting mixed up? Are they bad with cooling? It's been so long, I forgot what everyone's pros and cons are. Strengths and weaknesses are. Wait, so do they have 2 softs or 1 soft here? Because if they only got 1 soft, they're 100% only going out for 1 lap. Party mode ban. Now we get their party mode on. Yeah, party mode doesn't exist anymore since like 2021. Whatever you set your engine for quality has to be used for the whole of quality. Charles Grand Slam? You're already calling the Charles Grand Slam right now? That baby is loving life, I think. I'm not a baby professional, but I think it's loving its life there. Alright, almost SQ3 time. Alright, what do we think the SQ3 order is going to be? Honestly, Leclerc favorite. I'm going to go Leclerc. I think Norris is going to tidy up his final lap. I'm going to go Piastri. I'm going to go Hamilton. Actually, I'm going to go Antonelli, Hamilton, Russell. I'm going to go Verstappen. I'm going to go Gasly. I'm going to go Colapinto, Hadjar. That's my top 10. Yep. I like the Red Bull huge hats. I like that. Max before George, you reckon? No, surely not. Alright, only 8 minutes in quali. Sorry, in SQ3. And because of the temps, I don't think anyone's going to go out here. Yeah, the track's too hot to do multiple laps. Thanks, Bradley, for making such a good tire. God, I love Pirelli so much. Yeah, one-shot quality. Someone fucks up. It's all over. Actually, when was the last time we've seen a qualifying session with no bankers? Honestly, if I'm... Oh, my live time is again, bro. Honestly, if I'm Gasly or Colapinto here, specifically, or Hadjar, I'm going out now, setting a banker lap, because if someone crashes, you're starting in the top 3. You know what I mean? If there's a red flag, you're starting high up. Just go out now and do your lap. Fuck it. Juice Kid, name of the volume. You know you're going to qualify near the back anyway, so just go out and take the risk. Again, top 3 on merit, you reckon? Yeah, a little cloud just came over here. Why are we warming up the tires if they're overheating, man? Cool them down. Take the blankets off. I could see Pierre qualifying ahead of Max. Maybe. But I don't know. I think that Red Bull's maybe brought good enough upgrades to have jumped everyone. To have been significantly jumped. To have significantly jumped the Alpines is what I was trying to say. I welcome... Wrong way, you idiot. Camera's the other way. I welcome Toto Miami. Oh. Welcome to Miami. That was the worst sign I've ever seen. And she also brought a sign to a Grand Prix and then spent the whole time celebrating that she was on camera, that she didn't even show the sign to the camera. L. I think Hadrian Colapinto being in 9-10 is the most predictable shit ever. Well, don't forget that Hadj is there. They are battling Hadja. I don't think they're battling Bax today. But I don't know why they didn't go out to just do a lap. Because if there's a red flag now... Watch, I'm calling it. There's going to be a red flag, and the Alpine boys will be disappointed that they didn't just go out and do a lap. Anyways, guys, thank you all for joining me for sprint qualifying. This has actually been really exciting. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually more excited now for F1 after seeing this than I was coming into it. because we might actually have a championship fight back on between multiple teams. The cars actually feel better with these new reg changes. I'm liking it, man. I'm liking it. But if you have enjoyed the stream so far, be sure to follow down below. We do watch alongs for every single session for every Grand Prix weekend. So join me tomorrow for the sprint and the race. Sorry, sprint and qualifying. Oh my god, my brain's fried. I was meant to say F2 sprint race. You never can out McLaren. Nope. Comments are going up. Yeah, now everyone's coming out, so it doesn't matter. Adit Yavas. Yeah, Yavs. They even followed it. Alright, let's see. Let's see. You're rocking with a Norris pole here. I think it's clear, man. How's Red Bull looking? Better than before. I think Max is hopefully going to be clear of Alpine now. We'll see, but they're still not close to the big boys. Hey, man. This is what we wanted from this 5-week break, man. Maybe Friday gone have more of an advantage with their starts now. You mean less of an advantage? You never go with the fake water, yeah. And for me, it's not the water. It's the boats that no one even stands on. All right, here we go. End of sprint qualifying. Is Mercedes going to get another pole position, or will we get our first non-Mercedes pole sitter of the year? Could it be Ferrari? Could it be McLaren? 1 lap shootouts right now because the track is way too hot. All right, where's Mercedes going to go? So George first to do his lap. 6-7, 6-7. Okay, 30.2. If someone red flags, it's going to be a Mercedes pole, and I'm pissed. Purple for Hamilton. 29.7. 5 tenths up. 5 tenths up in Sector 1. Same with Norris. 6 tenths up. But Antonelli's late, so 103.7. Wow, Russell might not even be in the top 6. Max finishes his lap. We don't even watch it. P4. They just completely counted him out. Wait, did Max finish his lap? No, don't worry. So Piastri, okay, there you go. Russell P1. But not for long. Everyone else is improving so much behind. Where's the live timings, bro? Show us the live timings, for fuck's sake. Hamilton, only P2. What? Russell's lap sucked. Oh my god, 6 tenths up for Norris. Lewis must have made a mistake. We're actually so back. The championship fight is actually so back on. Ferrari and McLaren have jumped Mercedes. Thank fuck for that. Only P2 for Leclerc. Norris. That's huge. Where's Piastri at, though? Watch Max. Watch Max. Max is going to get his cock out here. Pole position. No one would have expected... Oh, okay. Ahead of Lewis, though? Can we get ahead of Lewis, though? Gasly, P6, behind Colapinto. Wow, Colapinto, after the break, is feeling good. Ahead of Gasly. And ahead of Hadjo. Well done, Colapinto. Max? Oh! Ahead of Russell and Lewis. Come on. Come on. Where's Antonio Piastri, though? Only P2 for Piastri, 2 tenths off. That's a massive lap for Norris. Will it be a 1-2 for McLaren? Antonelli purple sector 2, but he's matching Piastri right now. It's P2 or P3 here. P2 or P... yeah, P2 or P3. I don't think he's getting P1. Oh, that did not sound good on the last corner. What the fuck? Please not Mercedes pole again. P2. 2/10 off. What a fucking lap from Norris. That is really good to see. Look, I'm not a McLaren fan. I'm not a Norris fan. But finally, a non-Mercedes on pole. And look how tight it is between the Ferraris and McLaren and Mercedes. This championship's on. The development race is on. McLaren and Ferrari have officially jumped up to Mercedes' level. This is so fucking good to see. And that was actually a good qualifying. The cars actually don't fucking super clip anymore. That was actually good to watch. Oh my god. We needed that 5-week break, I think. I actually think we needed that 5-week break. Well done, Norris. That is a beautiful lap. And Red Bull's back as well. Ahead of Russell and Hamilton. What's happened to Leclerc? Oh, Leclerc, a little snap. Wow. Yeah, Leclerc's definitely in the fight. Only 3/10 off of a mistake like that. Without a mistake, I think the Ferrari's there. Downshift issue for Lewis. That's a fucking shame. First pole position of the year. Well, first sprint pole of the year. But still. First pole this year. No Mercedes. Mercedes engine, though. Zach Brown's chuffed. What a turnaround for McLaren, man. I would say they were the 4th best team coming out of testing. You'd love to see it. Yeah, so Lewis looks upset, I assume because of the issue. Leclerc upset because of the error. Alright, we'll get an interview with Lando here, but wow. Good sprint quality, that. Maybe qualifying's are back. Maybe the championship's back. I'm really excited for the sprint race tomorrow. Will we still get entertainment? And will we get entertainment at Miami? Remember, Miami is such a hard track to get a good race at. So let's see what tomorrow's sprint's like. I mean, the sprint last year was crazy. Muffin, thank you so much for the follow. Rest of the grid, though. Gasly, in last on 8-lap old tires, by the way. And Colapinto as well, 7-lap old tires. Whoa. Colapinto just out-qualified Hadja on 7-lap old tires. What the fuck? Anyways, Gasly, 2/10 off his teammate. He can be doing better than that. He can be doing better. Hadja, out-qualified by Colapinto. He can be doing better than that. And then Colapinto, great work. Out-qualified his teammate. Out-qualifying Hadja. Did exactly what he needed to do. Lewis, apparently a downshift issue. 4/10 off his teammate. That's not great. Russell, not sure what happened to him. 4/10 off his teammate, I think because he came out so early, but still disappointing the whole qualifying session, to be honest. Max, great lap. Great to see Max not in the fight, but like closing the gap to the big boys and not in a fucking fight with Gasly. Leclerc made a little mistake on his lap, which I think cost him a bit of time, but still in the mix. Piastri, 2/10 off his teammate, can improve. Not bad, given where McLaren's been so far this season, but needs to close that 2/10 gap to Norris. And Antonelli, once again, out qualifying his teammate. To be honest, I don't know if Mercedes could have gotten pole today. I generally, from what I've seen from practice, from what I've seen in qualifying, I think Mercedes is the 3rd best team. So for him to get P2, ahead of Piastri, ahead of Leclerc, and ahead of his teammate that convincingly, I think that's a really good lap from Antonelli, I'm going to be honest. And Norris, great lap. 2/10 ahead of Mercedes, 2/10 ahead of his teammate, 3/10 ahead of Leclerc. Beautiful. That's the Norris I like to see. Fuck. Guys, we need to pray Mercedes don't bring good updates to Canada, because this season will cook if they don't. Man, I love Miami. Alright, let's put out the predictions for Norris. Well done, everyone who got that right. I do think it was between Norris, Leclerc, and Antonelli today. I don't think Russell, Piastri, or Lewis showed enough in practice. But then again, it was practice. But I guess coming into Q3, I counted those three out because they were just not looking good. But I generally didn't know between Antonelli, Norris, and Leclerc. Also be shitting himself. Mercedes are always good in Canada anyways, so they'll probably get 1-2 that. Yeah, true. Something about Norris and Miami. This is a great grid for the sprint tomorrow. It'll be interesting. Yeah, very mixed up. McLaren, Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari. Like, what the fuck? My eyes are fried. Yeah, it's so nice. Honestly, I love that. I love that. As a Red Bull fan, we're fucking ahead of the... Well, Max is ahead of the Alpine. We've got a three-way fight for pole. Sorry, a three-way team fight for pole. A six-way fight, technically, for pole. The cars actually were fun to watch in qualifying. Don't be wrong, they're not perfect, but a big improvement. No complaints from me. Honestly, no complaints from me. Other than them not showing the fucking live timings at the end there. That was fucking dumb. But yeah. Oh, the shitty sprint qualifying pole. The stick it up my bum pose. The ugly race suit. That was good, man. I enjoyed that. Actually, that was a great session to come back to. I was praying for that, man. Think about how many people were tuning in to be like, all right, let's give these new regs a shot. And boom. Different pole sitter. Thank fuck. Good session there. I actually really enjoyed that. That felt like a qualifying session again. We got multiple people fighting for pole. We got, if you make a mistake, it fucks you up. You know what I mean? Hamilton making a mistake, or car issue. Russell making a mistake, Leclerc making a mistake, it actually fucks you up. That was actually a good session, man. That was actually a good session. That felt like I knew why. I know why everyone qualified where they did. Oh, these guys are on used tires. Fair enough. I don't know why I had just down there. I haven't seen a replay. I know why Hamilton's there. I know why Russell's there. I know why Verstappen. I know why everyone's where they are. You know what I mean? Felt like I was actually watching Formula 1 again. That was actually good. Anyways, guys, that wraps up sprint qualifying. Stick around. We're going to have a look at a few things in Discord and discuss a few things. But overall, that is it for sprint qualifying. Thank you guys all for tuning on in. I enjoyed that, man. I enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to the sprint tomorrow. Yeah, be sure to tune on in. We'll be live before the sprint because we've got the F2 sprint race. Then we've got the F1 sprint. Then we've got the F1 sprint post-sprint show. And then we've got F1 qualifying. So big stream tomorrow. Be sure to tune on in for that. And the race on Sunday as well. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching YouTube. I am going to end the stream there in a minute. If you are watching on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Ponden. Be sure to subscribe down below. Be sure to like the stream. But yeah, that is it for sprint qualifying. I'll see you guys tomorrow for quali. All right, before we end the stream, though, let's have a scroll through Discord. I need to kind of do what, F1 TV do like a cold close, because, like, that's where I'm going to cut it in the YouTube VOD, but then I'm going to stay live to, like, look at stuff in Discord. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. Should we just have a scroll through Discord? That was a good sesh, man. That was a good sesh. What are you guys saying about that? Imagine Mercedes bottle this season to McLaren, which is very possible. Man, they'd be absolutely stinging. Yeah. And imagine Russell loses as well. He would not be happy. Just got to pray the new changes help the sprint tomorrow. Yeah. Or the changes haven't made qualifying better than the racing was. It was reported that Red Bull's car was 16 to 30 kgs heavy. They reported trimmed 7 kg with the upgrades to this race. The other kg was supposedly will be down by mid-season. Yeah. McLaren DSQ. After a long, great quali, let's fucking go. Best quality of the year so far. It wasn't boring. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Not good enough. Give me V8 and curse. This guy. All right, let's have a look through Discord at the news and memes that come out from that session. Yeah. When did quality start? 9:30. Aston Martin, done for the day. Aston Martin bought 0 upgrades, but they have big issues, says James Hincliffe. Formula 1 wing check. What is this?
Guess who's back?
Okay, bro. Okay. Stick it in my bum. Lando Norris, sprint pole. What's really going on Mercedes Alpine buy-in talks? Is that still happening? Mercedes still looking to buy up? I thought Toto shut that down.